Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. In a motorcycle world increasingly dominated by tech-heavy, aggressive machines, sometimes what riders truly crave is simplicity, heritage, and a soulful ride that connects them back to the very essence of motorcycling. Enter the 2026 Honda GB350, a modern classic that redefines what a retro single-cylinder bike can be in the 21st century. It doesn't scream for attention with flashy electronics or outrageous styling. Instead, it whispers in the nostalgic language of timeless design, strong mid-range torque, and the type of comfort that invites you to ride for hours. This is not just a motorcycle, it's a statement, a lifestyle, and most importantly, a bridge between Honda's legendary past and a more soulful present. Welcome to Bike Culture Hub. Today, we dive deep into one of the most authentic machines of the year, the 2026 Honda GB350. At first glance, the GB350 is like a well-worn leather jacket. Immediately comfortable, stylish in a classic sense, and deeply personal. Honda hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel here. Instead, they've mastered the art of restraint. The round headlamp, the chrome exhaust, the sculpted tank, and the tuck-and-roll seat speak to an era when motorcycles were an extension of personality, not just performance specs. The GB350 feels handcrafted for those who appreciate finer mechanical details, those who still believe in the magic of an analog experience in a digital world. Powering the GB350 is a 348 cubic centimeters air-cooled, single-cylinder engine that's been refined for the 2026 model year with smoother fueling, enhanced heat dissipation, and better low-end torque. The numbers may not seem wild, just around 20.8 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 29.4 Nm of torque at 3,000 RPM, but this bike isn't about the rush to redline. It's about torque you can feel in your bones as you pull away from a stoplight. The GB350 is happiest at relaxed cruising speeds, rewarding the rider with a thumpy, deeply satisfying exhaust note that has been tuned to mimic the heartbeats of the classic Honda thumpers of the 70s. Its mechanical music rich, mellow, and evocative. That performance is mated to a 5-speed gearbox that has been retuned for crisper shifts and reduced clutch effort. The ride quality on the GB350 is another area where Honda's engineering brilliance quietly shines. The telescopic front forks and twin rear shock absorbers have been refined for the 2026 version, with new damping rates and spring settings that enhance ride comfort on urban roads while still maintaining stability on the highway. Whether you're carving through city streets or taking the long way home, the GB350 delivers a ride that is surprisingly plush yet planted. The braking system has also been subtly upgraded for the 2026 model, now featuring larger front and rear discs with dual-channel ABS as standard. The feel at the lever is progressive and predictable, just what you want from a bike that encourages relaxed riding rather than aggressive stabs at the brakes. Honda has even improved the tire compound this year, offering better grip in both wet and dry conditions, which translates into a more confident ride whether you're navigating monsoon-soaked city roads or hitting dry backroads on a sunny afternoon. When it comes to ergonomics, the GB350 is an absolute treat. The handlebar is wide and flat, allowing for excellent leverage and easy maneuverability, while the mid-set foot pegs ensure a natural riding posture. The seat height stands at a manageable 800 mm, which means it's accessible to a wide range of riders. And despite its retro looks, the GB350 is no slouch in the practicality department. You get a full 15-liter fuel tank that offers an outstanding range, especially given the bike's frugal fuel consumption that hovers around 35 to 38 km per liter in real-world conditions. One of the more subtle yet appreciated improvements on the 2026 GB350 is the attention to NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness. Honda has introduced new engine mounts and improved balancer shaft tuning to keep unwanted vibes to a minimum. The result is a bike that's more comfortable over long distances, with less fatigue setting in even after extended riding sessions. It's a detail many might miss during a test ride but will appreciate during ownership. Technology, though restrained, is not absent. The GB350 features a semi-digital instrument cluster that blends the charm of an analog speedometer with a small LCD screen providing information like gear position, fuel level, trip meters, and real-time mileage. It even includes Honda's Eco indicator to help riders stay in the most fuel-efficient rev band. A sidestand engine cutoff and a silent start system are small but significant additions that bring the bike in line with modern expectations without compromising its classic aesthetic. But the real magic of the GB350 lies in its emotional connection. This is a motorcycle that doesn't demand your attention, it earns it. You don't ride it to be fast. You ride it to feel alive. It invites you to slow down, to take the scenic route, to rediscover joy in every shift and every bend. Whether you're a new rider looking for a friendly, forgiving introduction to motorcycling or a seasoned enthusiast seeking a second bike for laid-back Sundays, the GB350 delivers an experience that few motorcycles in this segment can match. Now let's talk about pricing. The 2026 Honda GB350 is priced around $4,800 internationally, or approximately 2.45 Indian rupees lakhs ex-showroom in India, depending on the variant and location. For what it offers, a classic aesthetic, solid engineering, reliable performance, and Honda's bulletproof build quality, this price point feels more than fair. It's an honest bike at an honest price, and in today's landscape of increasingly expensive machinery, that's a breath of fresh air. Available in a selection of new color schemes for 2026, including matte metallic gray, deep blue metallic, and the ever-popular gunmetal black, the GB350 can be tailored subtly to reflect your personal style. Whether parked in a cafe-lined street or thumping along a mountain pass, this bike stands out without ever trying too hard. It doesn't need aggressive decals or LED light shows, it relies instead on dignity, legacy, and authenticity. Ownership of the GB350 also brings with it peace of mind. Honda's after-sales service is among the best in the business, and the GB350's simplicity means that maintenance is straightforward and affordable. Honda has also ensured good parts availability and service reach, especially in key markets like India and Southeast Asia, where this motorcycle is rapidly becoming a cult favorite. If there's one word that best sums up the 2026 Honda GB350, it's balance. It balances form and function, retro style and modern reliability, mechanical purity and riding comfort. This is not a motorcycle built to impress on paper, it's built to make your heart beat a little faster every time you roll it out of the garage. And that, more than any horsepower figure or electronics package, is what makes a bike truly special. As the world shifts toward electrification and motorcycles become rolling computers, there's something incredibly refreshing about a machine that stays true to the mechanical spirit of riding. The GB350 is more than a throwback. It's a refined, relevant evolution of what a modern classic should be. In a world of temporary thrills, it offers something enduring. So, if you're in the market for a motorcycle that speaks to the soul, one that offers timeless styling, dependable performance, and genuine character, the 2026 Honda GB350 deserves a place at the top of your list. Whether you're chasing sunsets or just commuting with a smile, this is a bike that makes every ride feel like a return to something real. Thanks for tuning in to Bike Culture Hub, where we celebrate machines that go beyond specs and stats to deliver true riding joy. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Honda GB350, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reviews, stories, and two-wheeled inspiration. Until next time, ride safe, ride free.